forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Golden State, they've got Gary Payton II. Green out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Turner in at the shooting guard position. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
So the Hawks will get the first possession. Curry against Young. Here's Rizachet. Rebounded by Green. Now here's Curry. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. The rebound by the Hawks. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Against this team last year, they took both games. A measuring stick of the median between conferences.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Yeah, Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer. Force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Outside Johnson. Young against Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Daniels for 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A. tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Rizachet, no good. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Payton. And he buries his first look.
And when he gets near the rim with that quick burst off the floor, Payton can finish just like that.
Curry against Young. And the layup is good off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Turner. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Pass to Curry. Here's Turner. Fires from deep. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Turner's got 6.
So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
Daniels. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Timeout called, the Warriors. And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his team's always finished in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Pajemski. Back to Hield. Capella with a block.
Well, Capella's reach is so intimidating for anybody on the inside. That's why you can anchor your defense with him.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. A minute 39 left in the first quarter of the game. Hield with the ball, and it's Niang picking him up. And the basket by Hield.
But he's showing more than just the fact that he's a shooter, working his way, strength on the inside there.
Young, the pass to Niang. Back to Young. The 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And Atlanta with possession here. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. That one's wide left. The Warriors lead by 6. Outside Pajemski. Up top Jackson Davis. The rebound by Mann.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Young. Impressive numbers he's putting up, averaging just over 28 points a game.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's Pajemski. Soft touch off the glass.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Outside Young. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
The first one falls. So both teams making some changes here. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And here's Pajemski. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
They've got Stephen Curry. Butler out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Kuminga, and it's Turner in at the 2. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Well, Brett, something we've all noticed lately is the small ball era starting to wind down.
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Butler passes to Looney. Oh, Looney, cool and calm at the rim.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Daniels passes to LeVert. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Can they get it? That one a little long.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Here's Curry. And again, it's Golden State.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Rizachet. 14 points for him last game against Sacramento. now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season, even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green comes in for Looney, and Payton is subbed in for Kuminga. And a change for the Hawks. Niang, he's checked in for LeVert. Rizachet, no good.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Butler, good.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Daniels, following the score by Golden State. The shot by Johnson, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Now here's Turner. The layup off target. Johnson on the wing, guarded by Payton. Johnson with a bucket.
Really good passing wing. Rizachet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Curry passes to Turner. Over Rizachet. Turner, no good. Hawks trail by 18. Here's Rizachet. He's scoreless. They get it again.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Pass to Johnson. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Turner with it. Shoots. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Turner's got 8. Hawks trail by 20. Here's Daniels. He's got 5. Johnson with a bucket.
Came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Curry passes to Turner. Back to Curry. Pass to Butler. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
Here's Daniels, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Out in transition, Jimmy Butler scanning the court, found an angle, and does some damage.
Here's Rizachet. Turner covers. Here's Rizachet. That shot missing.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the court for the Hawks. Johnson at the 4 with a Kongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. To the inside. Here's Daniels. You know, not too many teams have the stability and head coach as the Warriors have had.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Greg.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Here's Risache. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Okongwu finds Young. Outside Johnson. Pass to Risache. Warriors with the rebound. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Now Turner. Give him 8 points now. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Turner's got 10.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Pass to Risache. Here's a Kongwu. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Curry. Back to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Timeout called, the Hawks. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. He's certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Young against Curry. Young attacking. Pass to Capella. Curry against Young. It's LeVert on the wing. And Atlanta misses again.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Nance. The Hawks have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Young. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Here's LeVert. Tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Warriors.
Substitution on the floor.
And so Kuminga will bring it up for the Warriors. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. And it's good. 2 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Outside Young. Pass to Man. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Golden State has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Nice shot by Kuminga. Kuminga's got his first 2 points of the night.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Hield against LeVert. Pass to Nance. From 9 feet. And he hits the jump shot. Nance has got his first points in this one.
Larry Nance Jr. has all of the ability to be effective from there.
Looney with the ball. Now Hield takes a 3. Hits the trifecta. Hield's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
LeVert. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Capella, one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. It's because of his activity.
He's gotten 4 this quarter.
It's just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in total control, up by 29 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything. Okay, get to the next play and get the defensive boards. All right, stops, it's defensive boards.
Asking his guys to just keep it moving. Quinn Snyder doesn't want his guys to get caught up in their own heads.
Well, there's no value in dwelling on each mistake. Learn what you can, then forget about it. Move on.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Buddy Hield is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Kevon Looney. And it's Knox in at the 3. That's the Warriors 5. It's Pajemski on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Banked it in off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Matthews passes to Krejci. Great D that time from Pajemski. Golden State has gone 4 of 6 from 3-point range thus far. Pass to Hield. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product. You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Atlanta is shooting a rough 25% for the field in this game. Right side man. And they get it back. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Hield showing more ball handling there for you. He can be slippery.
For Atlanta, they've got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Matthews passes to Krejci. Niang outside. Wide open. Atlanta again missing.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
An easy 2 on the layup. Hield's got 9 points now in the 2nd half.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Niang, pass to Krejci. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Outside heel. Pass to Looney. Outside heel. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Buddy seems to be locked in right now. Results speaking for themselves.
Here's Nance. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Krejci, the pass to Nance. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis. Golden State with the ball. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Warriors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for easy breezy.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Pass to heel. Fires for 3. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Matthews. Looney grabs a miss. Pajemski with it. So Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. And we'll see you next time.
Forget your first panic attack. Too big of a one, too many backs. No word of a lie, Jack. Trust me, the track can get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in the love shack. Legally before Jack, and we ended up with a side quack, and it's mass trauma to try and unpack. So breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you see. You feel, you're here, but you gotta believe. Just breathe whilst you're down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe. Yeah, you just
say. But nowadays I feel best on my own. Don't wanna pick up the phone, I just wanna be left alone. Please don't talk to me, I don't wanna talk to you. You're not the kind of person I wanna know. Because I want the straightest line. Don't stop when you say. Out, that's where I go. That's all I know. Hey, don't tell me what to do. Cause I don't like you and I don't trust you. And I feel like I'm always to blame in this kind of situations where I'm the one that's outspoken. And don't tell me that I'm wrong. I know I'm the good one. Because I want the straightest line. Lost my way inside. Out, that's where I go. That's all I know.
Another day, another dollar. What's that? I be stunting like a big time. What's that? Another night. What's that? She give you drama. What's that? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's that? You need emotion, I got conscience.
I get on time. What happened, man?